Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rockstar. Also, the commish of No Excuses Fantasy Football League. So today, what I'm doing is I am setting up my very first video cast newsletter. So basically, I'm too lazy to write out everything and tell everybody what I think about everybody's teams, what happened. Too lazy to type all that out. So I decided to just say what I think, record it, let y'all see it. So, being though this is week 2 that I'm doing it, I'm just going to do a real quick recap of week 1. Okay, so week 1. All right, let's start off with the first matchup that we have here. So we got Romo Island. I'm here for back to back versus PA New York playoff blocker. Now, of course, I'm back to back because I'm the champion from last year. I'm ready to sweep the league, beat everybody again this year, become the first ever back to back. Now, Floyd, Rufus, whatever you want to say, today or not, he's going against me in week 1. So, like I said, I'm not going to rehash too much on week 1 or too much, but basically, 588, 435. You know the whole situation about Floyd losing the quarterback, everything. So y'all know what happened. Game 2. Zan, I don't know. Brandon got to think of a better name than that, but whatever. So Zan versus Dark Storm. JR, welcome to the league. Takes his first L of the season. Really close matchup, looks like. Like I said, we're not going to go all into it because I still got all week 2, so don't bite my head off for skipping through this like this. Basically, good job, Brandon. First win. And JR, welcome to the league. Team Corbett. Chuck. 640. That's a lot of points. So, that's him versus King James. Jimmy. Looks like a pretty decisive win. 645-22. We got Team Finch versus Team Foster. Sean versus Ed. Sean, man, you gotta do something better. Squad 362, man. You gotta compete. 580. That's a nice differential. But it's week 1, so I'm giving you everybody passes for week 1. Not really gonna go all in on y'all. we're happy all week 1. 4 horsemen or no trades, whatever he wants to be this time, this day or next week. He was going against Will. Playoff bound from last year. Pretty decisive win. Over 100 points. We got our other newcomer, Tyson. The Zika virus versus Zahil. Y'all kind of names kind of go together a little bit, but whatever. Pretty decisive win. Tyson, welcome to the league. Me and you've been talking a lot, so I know you got your fantasy weight up, so I'm just going to take this as a fluke loss, but Z looking like he got a good squad this year, so I gotta give Z props because it's the first time that his squad actually looked all right, even though it's kind of fraudulent because, I mean, you got D. Williams, he putting up a lot of points, but what's going to happen as soon as he go back to the bench, you know what's going to happen. And I think, and you know, Will got Le'Veon, so since Will got Le'Veon, I think Will is probably going to be the person to beat in the next couple of weeks. I mean, of course, outside of me, because, I mean, I'm putting up, I did it all right, too. I mean, I ain't put up no 600s like y'all, but, I mean, I pretty much won my matchup pretty decisively. But anyway, let's go on to week 2. I know I'm talking a lot, so I don't want y'all to be trash talking me and everything. So I'm moving on to week 2. All right, let's see what we got here. Week 2, Zan Zan versus Romo Island. I'm here for back to back. Y'all see the score, but we gonna dig into it just a little bit. Just we're not just gonna let Brandon get away with just a little gloss over the 250-point loss. So let's see what Brandon had. All right, so looking at the matchup, Russell Wilson with the 80s. Russell Wilson and Drew Brees didn't really break 100 this week. 84 points is still pretty good, I guess. I mean, especially with the rest of the squad putting up numbers like this. Drew Brees, always on point. Greg Olsen with a 100-point game. Todd Gurley is definitely underproducing. Moncrief, he's definitely not going to be on the squad for next week. I mean, he's going to be on the squad, but he's definitely not starting. So whoever playing me next week, don't worry about it. You ain't going to have to deal with Moncrief. I think I play Chuck next week. So, Chuck, don't worry. Don't think you're going to win that matchup against Moncrief because I got somebody else that's probably going to come off the bench. We'll talk about that later. I'm not even going to get into it. You just worry about a crazy squad that you got to deal with next week, Chuck. But anyway, let's go back to me, trashing with Brandon. C.J. Anderson putting up crazy numbers with the 71 points. Crowell, the 85-point run, that was crazy. Zeke, I mean, he's underproducing right now, but the Cowboys is giving him a lot of carries. 64 points. Barely making it to my squad. 2 fumbles that definitely took away points. And Cardinals head coach, the Cardinals with a blowback win. Brandon had Aaron Rodgers, didn't really do too good against the Vikings. That's a rivalry you got to know. You got to have backups, for division rivalries, but I'm not going to give y'all too much advice because I'm trying to trash y'all for the rest of the whole season. So you're not going to hear a lot of advice on this video cast. You got to tune into some of my other video casts if you want to hear some fantasy advice because this is just me giving y'all what happened during the week. Dak Prescott, 91 points. I like the rookie. He's doing his thing out there. He was Zan's number 1 scorer for the week. Didn't do him much help because he only put up 400 points, but that's one person that you need to keep on your lineup. Say Dez came back, nice blowback game. We like it. Fitzgerald, very productive. That's pretty much it. I mean, Willie Snead has a regular game. He's back to earth. Let's see who else we got. All right, so we got PA North Carolina playoff blocker versus Team Corbett. Rufus versus Chuck. So let's see what happened. This was a little bit closer matchup, but I mean, 100 points. Rufus definitely came back this week. Had to come back with a nice win. Because we all know, I mean, you needed a quarterback, so those 40 points, you definitely bought yourself a win this week with those 40 points. So, I mean, I hope it's worth it because he's out. As you see, everybody, he's looking for a quarterback, so y'all better everybody put y'all bids up. He can only bid 60 points, so as long as you bid 60, you got it. I don't know if you really want Josh McCown's backup for 60 points, but at least 40 or something. Forte had a crazy game this week. Love him. He's definitely somebody that you might want to target if y'all try to get some trades in. Let's see. Blake Bortles, another very impressive fantasy game. Derek Carr, same thing. Very impressive, top of the fantasy leagues. Both tops, 130s. Those are going to be some good fantasy quarterbacks, week to week. Kelsey, Amari Cooper, he's having an okay game. Baldwin's, all the Seahawks pretty much had a down game. Russell Westbrook wasn't as bad, but everything else was sort of so-so for the Seahawks. We like Latavius Murray's Jeremy Langford, barely startable, with those touchdowns, but I mean, they Chicago Bears is there in some trouble. And, Deshaun Jackson, he's hit or miss, so it's like you either play him or you don't. You'll never know. So, but anyway, good job, Floyd, with the win. Chuck, I'm going to see you next week. Let's see. Ooh, I don't even need to see nothing with this one. This is man. All right, so we got Darkhorn Jay coming in with his first win. We like it coming into the league, with his first win into the league. And it's on King James. Jim, what happened to you this week? Whew. You got somebody on the IR too this week, so and Arian, you got some injuries that you definitely need to worry about. But we going to keep the advice to a minimum, because like we said, we want these people to lose to Rockstar Romo back to back. But anyway, Matt Ryan, crazy pickup for the week. I picked him by one of my other fantasy leagues. He went nuts. That was actually a good play for the week. 147. Oh my God. And 164. That's ridiculous. I mean, damn. That's gonna be somebody that's gonna be definitely hard to beat. Those quarterbacks is gonna be hard to beat. Marco Murray with another good fantasy matchup, 88 points. Jordy Nelson, they got to get it together. Him and Aaron Rodgers got to get it together. Aaron Robinson, it's like, what is going on with him? 35 points. Like Evans, 65 points. That's okay. Eli with the 133. Fantasy, he's still good, but we all know what he does in real life. He got 2 good seasons. After that, we know what he do. But I'm not going to bash Lucky Eli too much. Mariota's good. Jonathan Stewart, he's hurt. He's doubtful. So you might want to check up on him. Check the waiver wire for Jonathan Stewart replacements. Let's see. Eddie Lacy. I mean, that's another interdivision matchup. Those are hard matchups. You got to watch those division matchups because you don't really get very good. Next on to Alshon Jeffrey. Now, Alshon Jeffries, I mean, he's been doing pretty good. I mean, he's a little injury prone for me, for my liking, but for fantasy right now, I don't want to jinx him for you, but I mean, he's looking pretty good. Danny Woodhead, like I said, he's gone. Screwed on that one. Aaron Foster, day to day. Jimmy, you're screwed. I don't know what you're going to do for next week, but get it together. That's 200 some points. That's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. You got to get your weight up for that. Seriously. Like, people come to play, and this is a rookie. This is his first time in our league. You gave him his first win. So get it together next week. I want to see who. You're 0-2, man. If you want to make it to the playoffs, you can't start off 0-2, man. That's not good. That's not looking good. You're 6th in the NFC, man. What's up? Come on, Jim. Get it together. All right. Let's see. Let's go on to the next matchup. 4 Horsemen, Team Finch, my favorite fantasy matchup of the week. Let's go into it. Let's get into it. So this was extremely funny this week because Maurice is going back and forth with Sean, trying to make trades. Sean only has 1 quarterback, and so they can't work out a trade all week. So Sean just says, forget it. He's just going in with 1 quarterback for the week. Kirk Cousins put up a 127. He's fantasy gold. He's good to go. Alex Smith, the person that was supposedly the best quarterback in fantasy, he gets you a 46. So, I mean, Sean, he kind of dodged the bullet. I don't know how many weeks you're going to do this, but, I mean, you probably need to get a quarterback, but you pulled out a nice one. I definitely got to admit, you pulled out a nice matchup, a 1-point victory. I got you much props this week on that. Let's see where he screwed up. Jared Cook. I mean, 25 points. He's not really doing anything for you right now, but I mean, Aaron Rodgers is going to get it together. It's on first couple matchups, I think. Lamar Miller, he's awesome. There's nothing you really got to say about him. DeAndre Hopkins, one of the best. Nothing to say about him. Rawls, I know Rawls is screwing people because you don't know who to start. Looks like Rawls is still iffy, going to still play next week, so we're going to see if C. Michael still some carries for him, but he got to get more than 20 points if you want to start, seriously. Jarvis Landry, he's a top wide receiver, nothing but good stuff to say about him. The Raiders head coach turns out to be a killer for you because with the negative 28 points, I mean, y'all gotta think together with these head coaches. I mean, if you got a close matchup, somebody pull out a victory, especially if you're talking trash all week. Like, that's something that that's crazy. Sean, one quarterback, Case Keenum, a 67-point game is like, yo, you might as well be better off putting a running back or something like that in there or something. But I ain't got nothing to say. You put it out this week. Like I said, next week, I don't know who you playing, but I advise you to get a quarterback this week. It's a couple quarterbacks that's hurt. They should be on the waiver wire. You got to check them out. If they're not on waiver wire, then you better make some trades with somebody this week because, Sean, nobody else is going to let you pull that out on them like that again. Let's see. Tight end is good. 44 points for a tight end. That's a nice pickup. I like that pickup, actually. Odell, he is fancy catch and all that. It looks like he's kind of overrated right now. So you better hope you get some production with Odell or trade him to me. What's up? Devontae Freeman. Kelvin Benjamin, awesome. Michael Floyd, 18 points. And LeGarrette Blount, that was an awesome pickup this week, too. I knew he was going to do good for the week. And Vikings head coach, that was another awesome. That was that swing, that 35-point swing that did it for you. So, I mean, that's really what you got to look forward to. Good job, Sean. First win. Welcome to the league. My fault. This is Sean's first time in our league, too. So, welcome, Sean. Welcome to our league. Congratulations on your first win. Dudes, how you lose to Sean? You gave him a first week. You 0-2. You got to do. What's happening, man? What's happening, man? Reese, what's up? 0-2, man. It's like you in 6th place, man. Between you and Jimmy, man, I don't know. It's like I don't know if any of y'all make it into the playoffs. It's like y'all got to turn around in week 3, man. Seriously. Let's see. That was a crazy matchup. Let's see who else we got here. Oh, Team Foster versus Zika. Cool. Let's dig into this one. So we got Team Foster Ed versus Zika. Zeke virus Tyson. New guy Tyson. Welcome to the No Excuses League, where there's no excuses. Picking up AL, going against your boy Ed. I'm also going against him next week in another league we in, so I'll be ready for you. I mean, but let's get back to this league. Sorry about that. All right. Oh, guys, I think I went into a little bit too much for that one. Hold up. Let's do the quick box score. All right, so we can see everything back to back. There we go. So, like I said, Matt Stafford, Phillip Rivers, they look like they're two good fantasy quarterbacks. You get in the 80s, 90s, doing pretty good with that. Antonio Gates, I expect a little bit better from Gates this week. I mean, I don't know if you could do better than Antonio Gates, but 21 points is not really acceptable, but it's tight end, so it's going to be hit or miss. Sean McCoy, 61 points. I mean, he's doing. He's doing okay. See, David Johnson, fancy goal. You stole him from me, Ed. You know you got him from me, but I ain't gonna say nothing about that. That's Evans, 87 points. Mark Ingram, What is he doing this year? Yo, Mark Ingram, he's basically fantasy trash this year, right now. I got him in a couple leagues, but hopefully he gets it together next week. Because from drafting him that high and this expressive price tag on Mark Ingram is not doing it. Doug Martin, 15 points. I think he was kind of hurt. Hopefully he's better next week. Dang, 15 points. That's like not even worth having. That's like 50 points, $30 down the drain. Mike Wallace, good pickup. 474 to 518. That's a pretty close matchup. But Jimmy G, even with the injury, pulled it through a 91-point game. Jimmy G, he's hurt too. So Sean, Floyd, Tyson, everybody better do something about this next quarterback coming up. So Jimmy G might not play next week. So I don't know. Andy Dalton, Jimmy G, Fancy Gold, Tom Brady. 4, he's open, he's available. He's available in this league. If somebody wants Tom Brady, send me a trade offer. I'm fielding trade offers. Tom Brady's on the trading block, guys. Let's see. Then we got Antonio Brown. I thought this was the tight end spot for a second. Yo, Antonio Brown, I mean, he's due for a bad game. But, dang, I know it's a division rivalry. They gave him a concussion last year. Didn't really seem like he really made up for it, but, I mean, at least the Steelers won, so I guess he got to come home with the W. But for his fantasy, he helped you. I mean, he barely got you to win, so can't really make too many complaints. AP. That sickens me. I got AP in a couple leagues. I'm sick. He's hurt. Meniscus tear. Out probably. I doubt if he's going to play this week. Probably going to need a backup for next week, but hopefully he'll be back in a couple weeks. Brandon Marshall, Fantasy Gold. Nothing to see here. Eric Decker, Fantasy Gold plus tax. Nothing to see here. Jeremy Hill. He's only relevant in my leagues. So you got him in my league. He gets you 45 points and a half. So he did a thing for you enough to get you a win. Negative 25 points with the Redskins loss. Almost cost you a victory, but I mean, that's kind of like a bad loss for you. But I mean, that's two good teams. Somebody got to lose. I mean, Ed really underperformed this week, but I mean, with the injuries, everybody having injuries this week. It's a crazy week for injuries. So we'll see what happens with that next week. All right, in the final game, so we got Silent Assassin, Chili Willy, Chill Will versus Zahil Z, ATL Dirty Birds. So, I mean, this was like a matchup of two real good teams this year. I mean, this is two teams that I see y'all both going to playoffs right now. Z, you definitely going to have to do something because like I was saying earlier, DeAndre Williams, that 102 points, that's kind of fraudulent because, I mean, next week, it's like the complete swing. And I ain't do this to nobody else, but, Will, I got to do it. I mean, let's look at the bench here. He got Le'Veon Bell on the bench. This nigga got Jamal Charles on the bench. He got Blaine Gabbert as his backup. Yo, my man Will squad somebody that is going to be a problem. So don't trade this ball. No. Yo, I ain't trying to tell you not to trade him, but this man's... Yo, look at this squad. I'm just saying, look at this squad. So don't let him fleece you. Just saying. My fault, Will. I'm not trying to throw salt in your game. I'm just saying, your squad is crazy already, man. It's like, your squad might be no trades necessary right now because it's like, you're good. So, I mean, quick three, but look like Z got the best of this matchup. 622, pretty decisive victory. I mean, Z squad is cool. You definitely gonna have to fix that. That one position, but I mean, I guess you got some people that you can put in and out. So, let's see what the final. Dwayne Allen, tight end, trash right now. Fitzpatrick, fantasy gold. Carson Palmer, fantasy gold. AJ Green, He's looking like a hit or miss, but we're not gonna give him a hit or miss level because it's a division rivalry. Y'all gotta know that. I mean, sometimes you don't want to play your stars. Somebody say play your stars. I say look at the matchups. So always play the matchups. Forget about always play your stars. Always play the matchups. Real fancy people always play the matchup. That's just a little bit of advice for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Stephon Diggs. This nigga went nuts. Did y'all see him? This nigga went crazy. I got him in my leagues too, man. Stephon Diggs went crazy, man. It was crazy this week. Stephon Diggs. Spencer Ware was nice. Eagles fans, how did y'all let Sam Bradford go? This nigga's throwing bombs out here. I know y'all we got Carson Wentz. We got Carson Wentz. We're not worried about Carson Wentz. Cowboys, side note, we ain't worried about Carson Wentz. Sorry, Cowboys fan jumped out of me. Back to the fantasy football news. Basically, I'm recording our podcast now. Basically, we have here a very good matchup, very lost. Let's say Terrence West, kind of trashy, but I guess he's a backup for you right now. That's what's causing you to lose a little bit. You'll be good in a couple weeks. Well, it's nothing really I can really say to you. I mean, you lost this matchup. You shouldn't have lost it. I'm happy you lost the matchup because I needed you to gain some ground with you. But your team is set. But you lost this week, so there's nothing else I can really say for you. Z, congratulations. You 2-0 right now. First time I see you 2-0 since you've been in the league, so hopefully you can keep it up. I don't know if you can, but we're going to see. And he got Josh Gordon coming off the bench. So, I mean, these next couple of weeks is going to be very interesting, with the ranking systems and everything. Like I said, told y'all earlier, I'm going to put out the ranking system, the power rankings out in a few minutes right after I post this video. So stay tuned to that. For my podcast people, since y'all probably won't see the power rankings, I'm just going to show y'all where we stand at right now. Romo Island, that's me, 2-0. Dirty Birds, Z, that's both. There's two teams, only two teams that's 2-0. After that, we got Chuck at Team Corbett. He going against me next week. That's going to be another matchup. So he needs to win. He needs to win next week against me, or he's going to be looking at a 1-2 start. So Chuck, get it together. Just get ready for next week. JR 101. Rufus 101. Zan 101. Jimmy is you 0-2, nigga. What's up? So it's like a big bunch over here. We got the same thing over here. I mean, we got Dirty Birds and Silent Assassin. They kind of going head to head with each other right now. Silent Assassin's got the new people coming out with Le'Veon Bell. So he's looking probably to move up on the power rankings a little bit. Ed had a loss, but I mean, he's still okay out here. Finch, I gotta move him up on the power rankings because that is a crazy victory. It's like that's a fantasy matchup of the week. He put it out as behind 1 point victory. Four Horsemen, it's like previous years you've been doing good, but right now 0-2 start. It's an 0-2 start. 0-2 is 0-2. So we will see what's coming up next week. So thank you everybody for the podcast. I don't know if it was long or not too long. Just like it, subscribe, and tell me what you think. Don't give me no down fist and all that. I don't like all that. Just give me the thumbs up and keep it moving. Tell everybody about the podcast. If it's a little bit long, just leave a comment, and I'm gonna try to shorten it up a little bit. I just freestyled this, so if it's long, I was just long because I've been talking. I'm just in my bag right now, just laughing at a very crazy week. Get ready for week 3. Stay tuned, everybody, for podcasts. I'm going to have your fantasy help coming up in one of my next videos, so stay tuned. Subscribe, Rockstar TV. Get at y'all next week.